Howdy folks, we are back with another video. Today we are climbing at Edgeworks in Seattle, which is my home gym. Now I haven't actually climbed here in a couple weeks, so at this point all the holds and all the climbs are very fresh. A lot of cool climbs, fairly moderate grades today, but let's jump right in and get right into the problems. So the first problem we have today is a green V3 on the 30/45 degree wall here. This is one of my favorite walls to climb on because, as you can see here in the video, it has a couple different angles going for it, and a lot of really cool problems can be set. But I decided to do this one first because the holds were nice and big, the movement was good for warming up, and I was feeling a little bit sore today. So the next problem I decided to do was a blue V3. This one used slightly different movement than the last one. So rocking my hips over, trying to keep the hips close to the wall and really work on, extending my leg out. We got the top out. So I decided to do a purple V5 next. This one had a lot of pinches and then had a couple of little pockets near the top, which is kind of cool. So this one started out with a right heel hook as I moved into some underclings. And then right here I had to kind of stick my left foot really far out to that other wall, and you're almost in a drop knee position of sorts. So getting that heel hook up, I reached for that left hand crimp, rocked my hips over that overhang. Now this was really cool, kind of a little rose move of sorts. And that got me close enough to reach that finishing jug. So next problem we have here is a pink V5. Now as you can see, this one had a really weird start. Definitely a little bit difficult to read. So ultimately I decided to try the different foot and almost do a little bit of a pogo move. And that seemed to work a lot better. So then from here I get my left heel up into kind of a heel hook position. And as you can see right there, my heel was not rotated outwards enough, and that's why I slipped off. So once again with that pogo beta, this time rotating my left foot a lot more, and that allowed me to stay on. So then slowly I let go of the left foot. As you can see, I had to hold the swing. And then I extended out to that left hold, brought the right heel hook up. So then these holds were kind of weird. Rather than pulling down on them, I was actually pulling kind of to the side, which from that angle was really awkward. But I was able to get the top out just okay. So the next problem we have here is on the wave wall, which is really cool. This one was a purple V6. So I really like the wave wall at this gym. It's kind of like the accordion wall at the Elevation Bouldering Gym in Eugene, in that it's super unique, and you'll have a hard time finding a similar wall at any other gym. So over here on the slab portion of the wave wall, we have some balancing movement as you cross over and delicately walk those feet over. And then with my right foot, I smeared against the wall and kind of made one big move up to that volume, got into the undercling, and now suddenly on the wave wall it's overhanging. So I kind of got the nice jug there, swung out, but got the top. So next problem we have here is a dynamic V5. This one looked kind of cool, kind of interesting. Definitely is not my favorite type of climbing, stuff that's a little bit more compy, but it looked too cool not to do it. So with both my feet locked in, got the top out. And that one was a pretty easy one. So I decided to tone it back just a little bit and do a simple V2 here. Now at the time I did this session, I didn't know what the grade was on this problem. And I could have seen this going either as a V2 or V3, but I think the official grade has now come out as V2. So I decided to spend some time at the slab wall after that. And so here is a V5. Now this one had some kind of cool movement to it. And this ended up being one of my favorite problems of the entire session. So being really careful with my left foot on that small hold. I leaned back, got my right foot up, and did a little bit of a thumb press, but unfortunately lost my balance. So this time around I was a little bit more deliberate with that left foot and decided to make it more of an intentional thumb press once I actually got up. So kind of walking my feet over on that hold. This one was a really weird problem. Basically you had to fully commit, no hands, and just rock over to that other large slopey hold. So I ended up trying this one a couple times. But unfortunately, that barn door move is really hard to get, or as you can see with that last attempt, it was just really hard to get enough distance towards that hold. So this time, once again, walking my feet over. And I actually decided to try to keep my left hand as long as possible before letting go, and that really was able to help me get my balance better. So as you can see right here, I hadn't really read this part of the problem. In fact, there was a small little black foothold that I hadn't even seen on that other wall. So after deciding to get my left foot up, I was able to grab the final hold, finish that problem off. So this orange V4 really caught my eye as well. This one had a lot of crimp movement to it, and I've really been trying to work on my crimps more since they're definitely a weakness of mine. So right here I decided to switch my feet and get my left foot onto the higher hold, and that allowed me to drop my right foot down and then kind of get my left foot to that other small hold. After that, it was just a matter of standing up. So the final problem of the session is a blue V6. Now this one featured crimps and pinches predominantly. So stepping up with that left foot. Now I originally decided to go with a heel hook there, and on my first go I just didn't quite get that pinch where I needed it to be. So this is on the 30-degree wall, so holding that pinch on a slight incline was a little bit difficult. So starting from the bottom here, moving quickly to try to not get pumped. Rock into that pinch, come out, get that crimp. And this time I, for some reason, decided to go for the middle of that pinch hold. So once again, really moving quickly through the section to not get pumped. Hold that swing. And I tried going with my left hand this time, since I thought maybe if I hit it from that angle, I could maybe prevent any swinging. So this time I decided to go back to my original beta, but reach for the top of the hold instead. And that's exactly what it needed. That was a really, really cool techie problem. All right, catch you in the next one.